Welcome back to the channel. My name is Katie and this is Rouse Rising. Today we're gonna tackle a whole bunch of tasks around the house that we need to get done while my kids are at their community day. First things first, I have been, well, not me. This sourdough starter has been staring me down from my refrigerator and it's time to revamp it. It has been hibernating for the last, I don't know, 4 months or so. And it has developed some hooch on top, so I just poured off the hooch in the sink, and the hooch is alcohol that accumulates from the fermentation process of the grains in your jar. That is sourdough. So we poured off the hooch, and I removed about a scoop full of about half of that sourdough starter, that old stuff, and that is called my discard. And I just threw that in the trash because it's really old, and I don't feel like using that for any recipes today. So we're just going to discard it in the trash. I don't normally do that. I do normally save my discards for recipes or use them in a recipe or just add them to my daily loaf of bread. But today it's just in the trash. And next we're going to add equal parts water and flour to this mixture. And we're going to stir it up really well, put the lid back on it and let it sit on the countertop. It's going to take me a few feedings, I would say, two feedings, maybe 3, to get this active and bubbly again and get it ready for baking. So I wanted to get it out and get it going so that I can get some sourdough baked up before the summer heat hits. I want to bring this back to life and get it going. Next up, we're going to make some breakfast, and this morning I'm going to slice up some bagels that I got from Costco, and we're just going to throw these in the skillet with some butter to toast them up. I am still without a toaster, not a big deal. So we're still using our cast iron skillet to toast up bagels, and it works really, really well. And I'm excited to get my sourdough going again because I want to make some sourdough English muffins and some sourdough bagels and all the sourdough things again. It's been a while since we've done that, and I'm feeling ready now. It's been a bit of a transition in a season, moving and getting settled with the family and just navigating some different things that came up through the whole process, all the things, and I've been lacking in a bit of creativity lately, so I hope to get back to that creativity. I'm ready to start sharing new and inspiring recipes because, let's face it, we can all use some new recipes in our life, and while I don't have any in my pocket right now, I'm gonna find some. If you have recommendations down below, what would you like to see us cook on this channel? What would you like to see me feed my family for dinner? Because I need some ideas. I get in these ruts where I continuously make the same things over and over again. And speaking of sharing, I have a bunch of things to share with you this month. And quick, you have to act fast because these sales are ending soon. We've got Nutrimil having their Mother's Day sale, and you don't want to miss out on that. And with my code, you're going to get an extra $20 off of your purchase. You can stack that with their current sale that's going on. I'm also going to be sharing with you the Vego Garden Light Shelf, and they've got some great deals going on right now as well. For the month of May, Harvest Right freeze dryers and accessories are on sale all through May, so check that out, linked in the video's description. Mother's Day is a special day to recognize mothers. If nothing else, it's a day for mothers to recognize themselves and say, hey, I deserve a little something, something. I deserve a little break or a little treat or whatever. We deserve all the special things that we give daily to our families, to our communities. We deserve a little bit of goodness as well. One thing's for sure, we cannot pour from an empty cup. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Put your oxygen mask on before you put anybody else's on, mamas. Remember that. You deserve to breathe. So take a deep breath, drop your shoulders, and give yourself some oxygen. And treat yourself this Mother's Day. I've got a list down in this video's description, and right now there's tons of Mother's Day sales going on. So if there's something that you've been looking for yourself, whether you've been dreaming of a grain mill and Nutrimil's having their wonderful sale, or maybe you need some fresh makeup and skincare, I've got you covered. Okay, our new favorite breakfast hack is I need to get a couple more of these little Dash waffle makers because making fried eggs in those Dash waffle makers is the bee's knees. The kids have been loving it. You can make your eggs perfect. It's time consuming because we're only doing one at a time, but the kids have been loving their little waffle eggs. Next up, we're gonna get lunchtime going. We're sending the kids off to school today. Yes, they go to school one day a week. That's their community day. The rest of the days, they are home with me, and I do homeschool them all the other days of the week. So on this day, after I've fed them breakfast, they're all sitting at the table and eating their bagels, their fruit, and their fried eggs. So I am slicing up this delicious loaf of bread that I made last night, and we're gonna make some ham and cheese sandwiches. Some of the kids like mayonnaise, some of the kids like mustard. Some of them don't like those things on theirs. They like one or the other. So I'm making sure that I am asking them what they want on their sandwiches. I have it memorized, but I've always got to double check to make sure that somebody doesn't want mayonnaise, that they haven't changed their mind. And so we're going to get this going. I'm just counting them out because Aaron just said he'll take 2 sandwiches to work as well. I said, hey, I'm going to send you to work with sandwiches. If you'll eat sandwiches, I will send you to work with sandwiches every single day. It's been tough in the past to make him lunches, not having access to certain things to reheat lunches, or if he's on carnivore diet, or if he's being strict with certain things, whatever. It's been kind of a challenge in the past. I've always had meats and cheeses and fruits available for him, but you know what? We're going to start packing my husband a sack lunch, and he's going to get these delicious sandwiches too, and I'm so happy about that because it's just fun making him sandwiches for lunch every day. I like it. So today we're doing Black Forest ham. I got this from Costco. It's a little drippy, so we're just gonna hold it in this paper towel to catch some of the juices while we put this on the sandwiches. And then we're also gonna throw in their lunch boxes this week. I'm out of yogurts, so they're not gonna get a yogurt. We are gonna do sandwiches, tortilla chips, apples, granola bars, a fruit stick, and a little fruit bar thing. So I think that's good for them for this day today to get them off to school. And to fill their bellies, the school, every week they send a note home, or not send a note home, they send out an email and it says, make sure that you pack your children lunches with plenty of snacks to feed hungry, busy kids all day long. So I try to make sure that I give them enough, and they do bring home their extra and they eat it when they get home. So it's worked out perfect so far. It's been a lot of fun to send them to school one day a week. They've been really enjoying it. They've enjoyed being with other kids their age, and they get to do PE, they get to do music and art and science and social studies. So they leave the math and the language arts for the most part to the parents to teach, and then they try to do the science and social studies. Next year, now that I know what's going on, how this program works, I am going to follow along with their science and social studies, what they're teaching in the classroom one day a week. I'm going to try to correlate my lessons with what they're learning, and I think that that'll work out really great. Right now, they're doing a little bit different than what they're doing in school for their one community day a week, and that's okay too. But next year, I can make it a lot more streamlined. I know what to expect. We're not going to be new to this program, and it'll be a lot better. We're still going to do the community day, and they have the option of doing all sorts of extracurricular classes that we can pay for with our stipend. This summer, they're doing a 6-week program that's 3 days a week. I'm not so sure that we're going to sign up for that because it is a drive. It's a half-hour drive both ways, 3 days a week. And then what do I do during the time? So I would end up being in the car 2 hours total for 3 days in a row. So I don't think we're going to do the summer school program. We'll just continue with our summer tutoring lessons here at home with mom and dad for the kids that need to finish up on a few subjects. We'll just continue that. And it's worked out great. We absolutely love homeschooling. All of our kids can get their work done ideally before noon every day, and then that gives us the rest of the day to explore the subjects that they want to explore. It gives us the rest of the day to adventure, to exercise, to be outside, to run around, to live free. And we love that. We love the freedom that homeschooling gives us. We do have to be accountable as parents to make sure our children are being educated, to make sure that every single day they are doing reading and math and that they're learning science and history, social studies, that they're learning about the earth, that they're learning how things work. And there's no better job for me than to educate my children. I believe that this is a great service that I'm doing to my family to help them with their school, for Aaron and I both, because he's an equal part in this. He homeschools the kids as well. And it's been a huge blessing for our family as well. It's been amazing to see the fruits of our labor and to see how our children are growing and learning every day from us. To see a child go from not being able to read to reading, and know that that was hard work that we both put in, or that the child and that I, or Aaron and I and the child, have put in to their learning, to their education, and that it's paying off, that it's clicking, that they are learning every single day. It's so cool to see, and it's not something I ever thought I was capable of. So if you feel like you're incapable, just know that if you chip at it every single day is a learning opportunity, and you work towards your goal of educating your children, teaching them how to read, teaching them all of their arithmetic, all of their math, you're going to see the fruits of your labor, and it is going to be so rewarding to your heart, to your soul, to your child, to accomplish that together as a family. And I just think it's been really wonderful for us. Of course, our children do, and they have in the past, they've missed having friends or knowing lots of other peers their age. They are involved in so many things, and they are developing friendships and relationships with their peers. And it's just been so wonderful for everybody, especially at the ages our kids are, pre-teens, going into being teenagers. It's really awesome to see them grow and develop and have friendships with people. It's just really neat. There's a lot of benefits to homeschooling, and we can talk about it more in the comments. If you have any questions about homeschool, I'm an open book about it, and I can also do more detailed videos in the future about curriculum and things of that nature. We have our curriculum pretty much nailed down, but as we go into the high school years, things are going to change just a little bit. My oldest is going into 8th grade, and so this is kind of the last year that we'll be doing similar curriculums for all of the kids. Things are going to vastly change when he enters 9th grade. So that's something I'm excited to explore as my children grow and to learn. And I'm just so glad that I'm going through this process. Of course, with the first child, you're new to it, you're learning, and then you feel like an old pro by the time you get to your 3rd, 4th, and 5th kid. It all just becomes second nature almost. And so teaching our 4th child how to read just came so easy and naturally, and I didn't have to question the method to the madness of teaching her how to read. I knew that it was a successful way to learn how to read, and the books and everything that we used all about reading. We used spelling UC, and both of those curriculums really helped to teach all of our 4 older children how to read. So I know that those curriculums are going to be great when we teach Bodhi how to read as well. And he's already interested in learning. He's already learning the alphabet, and he's 4 years old. He's showing so much interest in learning. So we're doing lots of preschool with him, and he's really enjoying it. He asks every day if he can do his schoolwork alongside the big kids, and he's eager to learn, and to learn how to write, and to learn how to do all the things that 4-year-olds need to do. They just need to play with Play-Doh, develop their muscles in their hands. They need to be using crayons and markers and pencils, paintbrushes and things to get their fine motor skills tuned up so that they're ready to learn to write. And of course, we read lots of stories, and we do lots of letter sounds and things of that nature. So he's already learning at 4 years old. It just kind of happens naturally through living together in this home, and with the older kids reading to him. And he sees the older children reading all the time, and he just wants to read. So it's really neat to see that eagerness and that self-motivation that children have to want to learn. These days are also really special because I have one day a week that I can spend with my youngest kid, just he and I, and he loves to pal around with me, and he likes to wander off and do his own thing. So you see him popping in and out of the videos. He wants to help me build the shelf that we're gonna build, our plant grow light shelf that we have to build here in a little bit from Vego Garden. And he's gonna participate in that, but he's running around here and staying busy, doing all the things that preschool kids do. All right, this is our dilemma. We've got all these large plants. We can't plant them outside yet. They need light, they need water, they need easy access so that I can water them and give them light easily. So we're gonna build a shelf for all of these plants. This one needs some special attention. I'm gonna go put this in some water. I'm gonna put it in a little dish and get some water to it because I've neglected it apparently. It's not looking great. This one's not looking great. For some reason, these two early tomatoes aren't looking great. But I'm gonna give them some water, give them some sunlight, and hopefully they rebound. Yeah, early tomatoes. Pretty cool, huh? We're gonna build a shelf for all of this.
Even I'm gonna water one.
Yep. I'm just getting ready for the day, and I thought I would share with you guys what I've been using on my skin lately. I have discovered North Idaho Tallow Company Tallow Balm, and while I do have a recipe on my channel for making your own tallow balm, it is not as nice as this. This is wonderful. I really like it. The ingredients are grass-fed tallow, jojoba, beeswax, and lavender oil. So very similar to the one that I've made, but I like this one. It's a little bit more creamy and it goes on my skin really nicely. It's very moisturizing. It goes on underneath of my makeup and then I apply my makeup on top and everything goes on nice and smooth. I really like it. North Idaho Tallow Balm. I also grabbed their tallow sugar scrub, some of their tallow soap. I haven't tried this yet because I'm not done with my current bar of soap, so when I'm done with that, I'm gonna crack into this one. And then, of course, some lip balm. You cannot go wrong with lip balm, especially in this high desert. We always need chapstick, lip balm. We're always needing stuff on our lips because of the wind, because of the dry weather, and this stuff is wonderful. We go through a lot of chapstick in this house, so I am happy to have a fresh new tube of chapstick. I will leave a link down below in my video's description for North Idaho Tallow Company. If you don't want to make your own and you just want to grab some tallow balm or chapstick or soap or whatever, you just want to grab some that somebody else has made, and the formula is amazing. She worked really hard on getting this formula correct, and I commend her for that because my formula is not this creamy, but we do love our tallow balm. If you want to make your own, you can check out the recipe on my channel. If you'd like to buy it, check the link down below in my video's description. One of my new makeup finds is this Revant gel eyeliner, and it is intense color, extreme wear, and waterproof, and I've been loving this. I have it in every single color. I got a pack that has every color. So my favorite, this is brown. My favorite one is the purple. And if you have brown eyes, purple is a great color for you. I also really like the green. Pretty colors. Y'all know that I love my Araza. And Araza is organic skincare and organic makeup. And I've got like their little tub of concealer. I've got their tub of, it's like a creamy, I know my light's kind of funky in here, but this is a creamy, and I put this on over top of my moisturizer, and it's just like a tinted creamy foundation, and I really like that. And then their lip balm is wonderful. I also use it on my cheeks. Get a little bit of color on my cheeks, on my lips. And then of course, if you need some concealer, they've got this lovely, lovely, lovely concealer. And I do have a couple of little blemish spots that I will hit up with that. And boom, it blends right in real nicely. I'm using my camera as a mirror. There we go. Nice little blend for the blemish. And Araza is linked down below in all of my videos descriptions because it's my favorite makeup. It's organic, it's amazing. If looks could heal, it is healing makeup. So we've got that too. I've got my Araza for my skin care, like makeup stuff. I've got the Revant lip or gel eyeliner pencils that it comes with a sharpener on it. I like using this on my eyes. I use this on my face and my cheeks. And of course, my base is I scrub with the tallow and I lather on the balm, and that gives me my base. So all of that stuff you can check out in the video's description, share it with you guys, use my discount code and get a good deal if you need some makeup. Pick it up from there. Now we're gonna head outside and build this shelf so that we can put all of our plants on it. Now, in the back, need my helper? Thank you. Thanks for helping. Are you supervising? Always need a good supervisor. All right, watch out, supervisor. Oh look, this came with some gloves. Look at that, buddy.
Wow.
Is that to build it with? Oh, look. Gloves to build with. All right, friends. Gardening made easy. Let's always follow the direction manual. Oh, it better be H2H1 right here. Better be. What is this? This is a shelf. You like Salty Palmer, huh? We get this drink from Relight, from Redmond's Real Salt, and it's called Salty Palmer, and it's an electrolyte drink, and the kids really like it. Aaron, well, we all really like it, but sometimes they have it in stock, sometimes they don't. So when they have it in stock, we're always sure to load up on the Salty Palmer. It's like a lemonade, iced tea, powdered drink mix with electrolytes in it, and it's really yummy, really easy. Just the good stuff. I'm not sure about the gloves. I'm not sure that those are necessary. Nice idea, but they're more in the way than not. On this side, Katie. That's why we turned the thing around. I turned it around physically, but my brain didn't. I don't know if you ever do that. Like, you just disassociate from what you're doing, but you get it done and then you're like, I have no recollection that I ever did that. Anybody else? Just me? Coping much? Hope everybody's coping with life well these days. I'm doing better than ever. All right, you see? Hopefully you can see. If not, I need to readjust my camera. Deep. Not as well.
It's being. It's on the. No.
What is it?
It's the doll.
A girl?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I did that wrong. Okay. All right, I moved inside because it was nuclear. The shelves, the gray metal shelves got really hot really quickly. And so I just brought it inside because I'm also gonna bring my plants inside. I don't want them to get burnt out there. They're still baby plants. I'm still getting them adjusted to the outdoors. So I think it's just best that I finish setting this up inside. The sun's really beating down. It's only like 60 degrees right now, but with the sun feels a lot hotter than 61, but That's why I'm wearing long sleeves and sweatpants, because when the wind blows, it's very cold. It's cool, not cold, not very cold, but it's cool, cool winds. So we've got cool winds off the snow-capped mountains, off the glaciers, and we're in the high desert. So it gets very cold at night and everything kind of warms up as the day goes on. It gets really warm in the afternoons, which it's about lunchtime now. We're almost to afternoon. But it gets very, very hot briefly, and then it's cold. So that's just desert living at its finest. All right, we're gonna get this put together, and all it is a bolt and this little rubber gaskety thing. And then that goes on. Lock the wheels. So it's not rolling around on us. Now it does have attachments, so you can attach it to your wall so that it's not flopping around or falling over.
Baby.
It is.
Yeah, what? He's a little baby.
Oh my goodness, it's an itty bitty baby.
Yeah.
Water balloon. Yes, it is. These are all
Never ever breaks.
Look at that. We have light. Now watch this magic. Set them all on a timer. Okay, so what I need to do is eliminate a shelf and raise a shelf up. Yes. Eliminate that shelf. Okay. And then eliminate that light. Bring it up here. Okay. Eliminate this light. For now. Eliminate. This light. she didn't. Oh no, broke my tomato plant. That's okay, we'll try to make more. We'll stick these in some water. All right, I added a second light, so now I've got 2 lights going on this bottom one that's not getting any sunlight down there. I may regret that, I may not. I might unplug or just turn them off part-time, like turn one of the lights off. This one I actually need to flip around now that I think about it, because I can't hit the buttons to adjust it. I mean, I can from this side. All I really have to do is go in here and go, which side do I want? Fruits. Yeah, because all of these are fruit bearing, so this one says herbs. I must have touched it. Fruits. And this one is, oh, of course, I installed that one backwards. So I'm gonna have to flip that one around so I can access it, but fruits, yeah. That's how I check it with the back of my hand. Anyways, it's not imperative that you have them facing the right way, but it is nice to have them facing the right way so that you can see. Nice, simple beige and gray light shelf. If you live in a place where your garden season is short and you need space to grow things indoors and you need a practical solution that comes with lights, this is a great solution from Vego Garden, and I will leave it linked down below in this video's description. So far, so good. I have a happy place to put my plants. I could stick this out in my shed if I wanted to, and I might just do that because it has the lights on it. There aren't any windows in the shed, so I do like that right here it gets natural light as well as light from the artificial lights. And until my plants are nice and strong and can be outdoors full time, this is going to be what I do. I can also wheel this over in front of this full length window. As you see, I've got all my plant trash I've got to clean up out here, but I might end up wheeling it over here in front of this window. My concern is just the kids going in and out with this door and everything, but that would give at least the bottom plants some natural light as well if I position it over here. But the nice thing about this is it's got the rollers on it and you can secure it to a wall. So you can roll it and move your plants around easily. That's something I've struggled with in the past. I'm also going to bring in I have another little plant stand I'm going to put right here. And I am going to probably put some larger containers on that and transplant some of the bigger tomato plants. 2 tomato plants are going to get transplanted right here and sit in this window in this space. Okay, one cool feature about this is these little clippy-doos are magnets, and I can clip them to the cord and magnetize the cord up out of the way so that it's not in the way. And we've got a bunch of those. And I'll just clip one back here. Oh, that's so much more aesthetic. I can even clip one right here and get it out of the way. And they slide up and down after you clip them. If you clip them in the correct place, they do slide up and down so that you can put them wherever you want. And they just clip right on and there you go, out of the way, out of sight. Oh, there's some sticky stuff still on there. All right, we've got all those secured. Oh, doesn't that look much better already? Okay, so let's work on these down here. Looks so much better when you can clip the cords out of the way. Just clipped that one out of the way. There we go. It's out of the way. Could probably put one like right there. There we go. And then this last one right here. All right, we'll see if we can't get these to root, and then if they root, I'll just stick them in some dirt, but we'll start them out. Actually, I have a better idea. My son will be excited that we got to put this to use again, so we haven't had it. I found this little propagation station on Amazon. I thought it was super cute, and the little bottles are just perfect. You can put multiple plants in there and watch the roots grow. So I accidentally dropped a light on the tomato plants and 3 little branches broke off. So I figured we would attempt to try to grow roots on these and then transplant them into their own little pots so that they can continue to grow. We'll see if this works. We'll trim up our tomato plants. Like, they definitely need to be dealt with. Some of the dead parts or the parts that are not as healthy need to be dealt with, and they need to be looking nice and lush and lovely. Hey, I've got to go and pick up my big kids. It's been a nice, productive morning without them here. It's nice to have one day during the week where I'm not obligated to do all of their schooling. So when I've got 4 of the 5 kids out of the house, I can get a lot done. Today I got 3 loads of laundry done. I'm gonna unload the dishwasher, load the dishes, get the kitchen cleaned up so that when I bring the kids home, it's a quick snack and then we can play and do something fun. So I pick them up at 2:30-ish and we come home for the rest of the day. It gets busy. We try to get some homeschool done that, you know, we try to stay ahead. We wanna finish the school year on time. So that's the goal. So I'll get them home, I'll get them a snack, something nice to eat, and then I'll fix dinner. But in the meantime, they can play outside or they can we can do some extra tutoring. I know that I've got some kids that need to do some extra in math. So we'll just see how it goes, see what kind of mood they're in. If they're exhausted, I'm not going to push the school. If they're full of energy, maybe we'll play for a little bit and take a few minutes to knock out 2 pages of math type of deal. But I just feel good that I got this built, this Vego Garden light shelf built, and a place for all my plants to hang out until the freeze stops. So we're still having freezing nights. We're still waking up with frost in the mornings. So it's going to be quite a while before we get these plants transplanted. So I look forward to doing that. In the meantime, this works really well for us. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and the plants, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!